The Story of Mulan, Session 1, Chapter 1, The Dragon Roars. Mulan's nimble fingers danced over her weaving. Slowly, two glittering eyes began to gaze out from among the threads. Mulan's younger brother watched as the rest of the mighty dragon took form in the cloth. Suddenly he cried, "Roar! Roar!" and ran away as fast as his chubby legs could carry him. Laughing, Mulan jumped up from her stool and chased the boy around their family's home, through the courtyard, across the road, almost to the bank of the Yellow River. "Got you!" cried Mulan, hugging her brother close. "I caught a dragon!" "Roar!" he shouted, struggling to free himself. "Roar! Roar! Roar!" At that moment, a guard of the Emperor's soldiers clattered up the lane. Mulan and her brother fell silent. Soldiers like these had never before come to the quiet village. For a moment, Mulan let go of her brother. He darted out into the lane, almost underneath the horse's heavy hooves. "Roar! Roar!" he cried. The lead soldier reined in his horse. He picked the little boy up off the ground with one hand and snarled, "So, little dragon, are you coming with us to fight the enemy in the north?" Mulan approached the soldiers. "I am sorry my brother got in your way," she said. "Please put him down." "What's this, a nightingale too? Beware your tongue, nightingale, my sword is sharp." The lead soldier growled. The other soldiers looked uncomfortable. Mulan's little brother began to whimper. "Put my brother down," said Mulan. The lead soldier narrowed his eyes and directed a cold, hard stare at Mulan. Mulan stared back. She did not flinch. The soldier's horse snorted and pawed the ground. After a long moment, the soldier dropped the boy. "You won't fight, boy," he sneered, "but your father will." He turned to his troop. "Ride!" he bellowed, and the soldiers cantered away. Mulan's little brother stood up and wiped the dust off his face. "What did the man mean about father?" he asked. "I don't know," said Mulan, "but I'm going to find out." Mulan took her brother home and then ran to the marketplace. The soldiers had posted 12 scrolls. People pressed and pushed to read the scrolls. Their sobs and cries filled the air. "What is the matter?" Mulan asked an old woman. "What is going on?" "There is a war in the north," replied the old woman. "The Emperor has ordered every grown man to go and fight. The names of the men who must go are written on the scrolls." Mulan thanked the old woman and threaded her way through the crowd to read the names on the scrolls. The first name she saw was her father's. Mulan swayed where she stood. "Are you all right?" someone asked. "My father's name is on the list," said Mulan, "but he cannot go to war. My father is too old to fight." "He must go. If he does not, the Emperor will punish him and your whole family." "Surely there's another way." "If your father wishes, he may send your older brother in his place. Then he will not have to fight." "But I have no older brother," thought Mulan. She turned, pushed her way out of the crowd, and ran from the marketplace. At the edge of the river, she cried until she had no more tears. She splashed some water on her face. But when the river smoothed and showed her reflection, Mulan saw a strong face, a brave face. "A boy's face," Mulan breathed. That night, Mulan knelt before her parents and told them of her plan. "I will dress as a young man and go to war in father's place." Her mother wept, her father argued, but neither tears nor reproach swayed the young girl. In the morning, she set out for the marketplace once more, this time to buy a saddle and a good, strong horse to ride to the war in the north. When she came home, she changed from her silk robes into her father's leather and iron armor. She swept up her hair and fastened her helmet. As she turned to leave her room, she glimpsed her face to the mirror. She brushed her fingertips against the cold glass. "Is that me?" she wondered. Mulan led her horse into the courtyard. Her father helped her tie his sword, spear, and shield to her saddle. Mulan's mother handed her a satchel bulging with food. "This should keep you until you arrive at Black Mountain," she said through her tears. Mulan's little brother ran up, carrying a stick and wearing a cooking pot on his head. "I'll come with you, Mulan," he said. "I'll protect you. I'll make my dragon face and they'll all run away." The boy opened his eyes wide, showed his teeth, and stretched his fingers out like claws. Mulan gently said, "I know you would, brother, but if you scared them all away with your terrible dragon face, there would be no one left for our soldiers to fight. How could they win honor for their families then?" The little boy nodded solemnly. Mulan bid her parents goodbye. She mounted her horse and galloped away. She did not look back. To be continued.